What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with game number 2 between Mousesports on the Radiant and paiN Gaming on the Dire. Game number 1 did go to Mousesports in pretty dominating fashion. They dismantled paiN's lanes from the early onset of the game. Their safe lane was a lot safer than paiN's aggression can come out. So yeah, their lane just went very well for them, and then everything just snowballed out of control from there on out. Mousesports gonna give the Phantom Lancer the ban, so they will be comfortable enough to give paiN Gaming once again that Nyx Assassin. Let's see if Summon Skull will run that one more time in the mid lane. Gotta be careful about that. Mousesports gonna pick up the same lineup as well. Lone Druid as well as Shadow Demon last game did not have a draft. It was all picked, so there must have been a restart going on. But Shadow Demon as well as the Lone Druid worked very well for Mousesports, especially that hard lane solo Lone Druid. And granted, usually Lone Druids on that lane don't do that well, but against a solo anti-mage, you're gonna win as Lone Druid, especially if you are Gorchkva. Shadow Demon as well, very clutch disruptions, saving the Faceless Void from some aggression from paiN, which would have given them a couple kills. Don't know if that would have been enough to really change the tide of the entire game.
5 seconds remaining.
But still, those two heroes served very well for Mousesports in that previous game. And paiN, they really got to bring something different to the table. Well, first of all, because the anti-mage pick just didn't really work. I don't think that would be a good idea to run that again. I would not recommend it. But paiN really getting destroyed in game number 1. What could they do about this? They have to make sure that their farmer actually gets some safe farm. Because what they had in the previous game was the Life Stealer who was in the aggressive tri lane, but really didn't get that much from it. He got a lot of farm, but his levels were incredibly low in comparison to the safe lane farmer on the other end. And their other primary farmer on the bot lane, the Anti-Mage, got pressured from the get-go. He's up against Lone Druid. That's a bear as well as a hero that's going to be auto-attacking you. What could you possibly do against that? paiN Gaming, if they play a little bit more defensive, possibly put all of their eggs into one carry basket instead of 2, then having those baskets be full of holes, they'll be able to at least play a different game than what they played last time, because if they try to repeat the same type of playstyle as last time, it just simply won't work. Mousesports have the Lone Druid, they have the lane flexibility, and they won't let it happen. paiN, they are going to go for something different in the way of Darkseer as well as the Queen of paiN. Not sure if these heroes were banned out, but regardless, it will give them that hard lane option, as well as the mid lane. Queen of paiN will most likely go up against the Magnus, where she will have the range advantage. Queen of paiN, one of the best mid lane heroes in the game, so she should have an easy time there. However, paiN Gaming, I mean, they will have that Darkseer, so they don't actually have to run something weird like a solo lane anti-mage. They'll have the Darkseer for that lane control. That should at least serve them a little bit better. The only problem is that Mousesports do have just as much flexibility in their lanes. Lone Druid, if Mousesports really desire, can be played as the primary hard carry. I'm not sure if I've seen Black play that in a while. It must have been a long time, if ever. But Mousesports starting to ban out some carries, as does paiN. And paiN clearly want to carry. Mousesports already do have a hero that could work as a carry hero. They have that Lone Druid. And paiN Gaming really going to hurt for that. Mousesports wouldn't be surprised to see a Gyrocopter ban, possibly a Life Stealer ban from them. Shouldn't really be too scared about the Life Stealer given Pata's previous display, but given Pata's previously displayed skills, like in other games, I mean, it's a pretty decent threat, I'd say. Ban out is going to be the Nature's Prophet. They don't want a lot of mobility onto paiN. They already do have the Queen of paiN as well as the Darkseer, Nyx Assassin as well, so their ganking can be pretty intense if they do choose to go for a very, very heavy ganking role. Faceless Void, Jakiro being banned out from paiN. Really got to watch out for that team fight from Mousesports. Lone Druid, even though he doesn't have the most team fight potential, really offering no AoE at all, unless he gets something like a Maelstrom, Mjolnir, something like that. Just having that RP, having that Shadow Demon set up as well, gotta be dangerous. Mousesports, their last 2 picks, can pick up 2 really large AoE-based heroes. For paiN Gaming, I'm sure they wouldn't be too worried about that because the team fight of their own is pretty good. They have the Darkseer wall, which doesn't have many great targets right now, but just having that is a nice team fight spell. Vacuum as well, doing instant damage, which is always nice to everyone, as well as that Sonic Wave. So as predicted, Gyrocopter as well as Life Stealer being banned out, which means that we might see something a little bit interesting. or something incredibly boring. paiN Gaming once again going for the anti-mage, and if they lane it on that top safe lane again, I'm gonna be pissed. Because like, have you not learned? Have you not learned? I would, if I was paiN, lane him on that safe lane, except with a whole bunch of support heroes. Make sure that he gets as clean farm as he can. Make sure that anyone that Mousesports lanes against him cannot do anything to disrupt his farm. And then paiN Gaming will have a stacked anti-mage versus a stacked lone druid as well as Magnus. That could be a little bit risky to really just go up against that because of the synergy that the lone druid and Magnus have. Just having the empower on the bear or even on your main druid, how that even works. Now Mousesports going to pick up a Chen. Will signify that they want a little bit more early game, and well, their early game is going to be pretty intense already. Really, what Chen offers to the Mousesports side is a great amount of pushing. And paiN, what sort of anti-push do they have? They have the Queen of paiN, who probably isn't going to be moving too aggressively to counter push, and Mousesports gonna go with an Alchemist. Classic Mousesports right here. I'm not sure if it was them. I remember watching a game where I think it was Mousesports, the old Mousesports, like with Sing Sing. They had an Alchemist who literally did nothing the entire game except for farm, and they won because the other 4 heroes were just demolishing the other side. I don't know if it was them. It might have been Navi, but that was still like one of my favorite Alchemist games of all time, just because it's like Alchemist picked in a game and he won. He didn't do anything. But the Alchemist pick is going to be that really aggressive carry from Mousesports. Is going to be Black playing that as well. And Alchemist and Magnus, there's some synergy right there. Quajka's once again going to be on that lone druid, possibly going to the hard lane. However, it's not going to be the same situation. It's going to be the Darkseer, probably in the jungle for paiN Gaming. It will be mirrored by the Chen jungle as well by Mousesports. But Rubik and Nyx Assassin should be supporting that anti-mage. If they don't, I believe that will be an incredible mistake from paiN Gaming, and that should cost them the game. But we're going to see. We're going to see. Mousesports, Black is going to be playing that farming Alchemist Veda on that Magnus, going to be heading mid. Alex once again on that Shadow Demon, already starting off with some clutch disruptions onto Quajka. Oh, the Nino Dota. I called him No Do. Wait, is that? Yeah, it's at Nino. It's the Nino. Okay, I've been calling him the wrong thing the entire time. I thought this was like 1. Like at sign is an O and then NE, so I thought it was like 1 no Dota for some reason, but it's actually a Twitter thing. Okay. Things make sense now. Things make sense. I gotta remember to put like a well, at least put in the description from the previous game that is completely wrong. So Nino is going to be playing that Chen, and I believe that's it from Mousesports. On the paiN side, we have Summoned Skull once again on that Queen of paiN, taking Blink level 1. Very, very defensive move from him. Not sure if that's actually the correct move, because he's going to be going up against a Magnus. And against a Magnus, really, you're not in any trouble of dying. You could hold your skill point, and as most Queen of paiNs usually do, or just skill up Shadow Strike, because you should be fine against that Magnus, unless Mousesports are incredibly offensive. But what are they going to be offensive with? A level 1 Shadow Demon, level 1 Chen? These heroes aren't really huge threats. Yet, going for Blink level 1, I mean, he will get Blink eventually, so I guess it's not too big of a deal. But still, kind of a questionable choice by Summoned Skull. Coming on the Queen of paiN mid lane, Pata on the hard lane as the Darkseer solo. Looks like he knows that Black is going to be alone, at least for now. But this bear, oh no. Oh, bear is tank. Why? What? I was going to say the bear is stuck, and therefore the bear is going to die. It's going to be a huge setback for the lone druid. But the bear, even dipping down to the camp and blocking the pole. This bear is going to get away, though. There's no way for them to kill it. Why does the bear have tangos? Alex, why? Or Quajka, why? I don't understand. I guess he just anticipated that happening. I'm not too sure. The bear taking a lot of damage, but unless they want to spend more mana on this bear, they're not going to kill it off. They are going to spend more mana. Impale, as well as right clicks, they might be able to do it. Telekinesis, the bear is going to get killed off, and Quajka now crippled in the lane. He is now just a very, very sad lone druid by himself. Lone druid, that is. Get it? Is alone. Whereas normally he's not alone. Why is he called lone druid if he has the bear companion? That's like the opposite of alone. If you have someone with you. I don't know. But Quadra, too sure why he held the creep wave exactly there. I mean, in the end, it will favor him because the creep wave is in a spot where he could actually get a little bit of guaranteed experience. But Lone Druid this game isn't really going to be as effective. Saito this time protected by Green Tex and Billy on the Rubik as well as the Nyx Assassin. So his farm is pretty much insured on this lane, and Quadra's Lone Druid without a bear can't really do anything to contest this. Well, now that he has a bear, he still can't really do much to contest this. Take a look at how this mid lane is going. Fada 7-0 versus Summon Skulls 8-0. Queen of paiN doing a lot better this game than Summon Skull did last game. He does have a better hero. The hero favor is definitely a lot stronger in his favor this time around. So kind of to be expected. Black has been left alone on the spot lane. Going to go for 2 points in Grievel's Greed. Expect to see that maxed out first. Big question is, what item is he going to go for? Popular items for the Alchemist usually involve some sort of Shadow Blade. However, with the free farm that he's getting, with Pada just in the jungle trying to get his own levels in farm, he should be okay to possibly go for a quick hand to Midas. Black might even choose to go for a Battle Fury, go for a Maelstrom. I think it was Unicorn on the Alchemist who chose to go for that, and it worked out pretty well for him. So if Black does decide to go for that, he will have enough farm for days, especially once the levels of Empower start coming up on the Magnus. Then you have Cleave as well as additional Lightning bouncing around. Black will just be an AoE monster. You can go toe-to-toe with that Anti-Mage. If you burn out all of Alchemist's mana, not going to care all that much, especially if he has already dropped down the Acid Spray. Then Black is going to be standing toe-to-toe with the Anti-Mage and just fighting. And with his damage, with his better base attack time than the Anti-Mage actually with Chemical Rage, he should be fine to really take him 1 vs 1. Also on top of that, there's the fact that Black does have that Grievel's Greed. So unless paiN do something about this Alchemist, he will get a lot of farm and will really continue to get a lot of farm, already leading very, very far ahead in the gold per minute chart over the Anti-Mage by 85 gold per minute. 3 minutes in, that's not that much gold summed up to a total. But still, that is a snowballing advantage that you get when picking up the Alchemist. You're going to be getting a lot more farm, especially if it's uncontested like he is having right now on this bottom lane. He's holding on to the creep wave pretty firmly, so he's going to be getting a lot of gold. We're going to check back with him a little bit later. Mid lane, Magnus has picked the haste rune over the Queen of paiN actually. Fada completely out of mana, and Summon Skull could go a little bit aggressive on him. One Scream and this Magnus already roughed up pretty badly. Gonna look for the 4-minute rune on this top lane. Is it gonna be there? It's not. It's gonna be on the bottom lane where Alex has spotted out the illusion rune. This mid lane also another area for aggression. paiN on the top lane can also put some hurt onto Quadra, being pushed out pretty far. However, Green Tex and Billy really more concerned with getting this double pull correct. The Spirit Bear just acting as a mobile ward for the Lone Druid, making sure that he's not in any trouble. Nino has left the jungle now with 1 Centaur. Can't really do much for that. He's level 4. Is close to that level 5 mark, so I don't expect him to really do anything until he hits that. Just going to go back into the jungle and continue farming. 2 creeps, always better than 1. Once he gets that, possibly go towards the spot lane. Black wouldn't really... I'm sure Mousesports would like to push, but they also have the option of just leaving Black on the spot lane because he's free farming. And if you change the status quo in any way by taking down the tower, then that free farm might change. They might force the Darkseer back. And then Black might have a little bit more of a tough time actually going for Power Tread. So I expect to see Shadow Blade, no Hand of Midas. He would have gotten the Hand of Midas right now, actually, if he was in fact going for that item. But Chemical Rage is up. Nino, still with only level 4, is going to burn the rest of the life of the Centaur, probably on this tower. Another creep wave is coming in. Black, without any points in Acid Spray. Green Tex is going to move in for a Fade Bolt onto that Centaur. Still alive, however, with 60 HP. Black's going to regenerate just a little bit. Alex looking for initiation, perhaps. Disruption, looking for it. Is going to catch him. Are they going to dive at tier 2? Really? Curse onto Green Tex, as well as the nuke from Black. Where's it going to be? There it flies. Green Tex taking heavy damage from that. Does Black have enough damage to finish the job? However, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits will do the job. It's actually Alex with the Shadow Poison drawing first blood. Now hiding in the trees. Black can take a little bit of damage as he walks his way out, but he should be fine getting that first assist. They would have liked to have it on that Rubik, but Alex really just needed to put as much damage as you can on the Rubik, especially when you're so far deep into the enemy lane. You can't really afford to focus the kills onto your Alchemist, as good as that may be. Black will be fine in the spot lane, continuing forward. Really, they need the Darkseer to come out and play with that Alchemist. The Ion Shells will be the only thing that would possibly contest the farm of the Alchemist by punishing him every time he steps up for a last hit. But now that he has that Chemical Rage, it's not going to be that big of an issue. That regeneration combined with the, oh, an armlet actually from Alchemist. Interesting. Going a lot more single target. I would expect as I said before, a Shadow Blade. I guess Black has other ideas, wants to get the early game aggression going as opposed to waiting for those a little bit more expensive items. Data on this mid lane, still going toe-to-toe with Summon Skull, popping that double damage, doesn't have enough mana for an RP. If he did, that probably would have been the death of the Queen of paiN. RP, right-click, Shockwave, would have been a dead Queen of paiN, even though green text is moving in. Just top lane, Saito, still farming up. He has a lot of gold as well. Just not as much gold as the Alchemist, because the Anti-Mage can't get that much gold. Or as much gold as quickly. Is he going to go for a Battle Fury again? Last time he got it in 18 minutes, which is pretty darn slow. This time he should be able to do it a lot faster. Doesn't have any components just yet. Going for the Tranquil Boots, actually. Gotta question that decision. I mean, he's not being pressured at all in this lane, even though Quadriqua is here, and he could poke occasionally with the bear. Getting that Ring of Health will solve all those problems. I'm not sure if that was the best decision from him. Really, we're seeing some questionable decisions from paiN thus far in this game. The opening point and blank with the going for the Tranquil Boots on top of the Ring of Health. You're in no real danger, man. Nino found a Satyr, found a Dark Troll, and they're going to go for green text. You are so dead, Rubik. Net onto him. Shockwave to fly as well. Telekinesing the Troll of all things. Black is going to stun himself. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's going to stun himself, but right into Rubik's face. Teleportation coming in. It's going to be the Darks here. Going to try to go for Black. Vacuum completely whiffing. Black's going to walk his way back. No, he's going to teleport back to the base thanks to Chen. And Nino and Alex will get out of here alive with another teleportation coming in. It's going to be Billy supporting as well. But Mousesports, they've already got what they came for. A simple loop around gank, and the Rubik is going to be the second death for paiN. Second death for him as well. Rubik trying to get a little bit of experience, but unfortunately, oh, Pada, what are you doing there? Black has returned to this lane. Disruption canceling off the Surge. Now Alchemist should have enough damage to kill off Pada, unless Alex wants this last hit again, which he is going to get. Killing spree for Alex, taking every single kill in this game. Alex is Shadow Demon. I feel like I casted this game before. He's now incredibly stacked. Going to pick up the wand as well as Arcane Boots. So Black's now going to have unlimited mana. Black's going to be hurting. He really wants that gold. He would have had his armlet pretty much completed if he got all those kills. But sometimes as a Shadow Demon, that's just what you got to do. With 3 points in Shadow Poison, you do a lot of damage, a deceptive amount of damage. And just farming the heroes in the bot lane. Black is having such an easy time. And Sato's having an easy time as well, but he's going to not snowball as fast. And Quadriqua is actually getting something out of this lane. He's hit the level 6 mark, which means the bear is very, very close to having that entangle.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Billy, as well as Green Text, have left the lane on multiple occasions, really not killing the lone druid a single time. Quadriqua isn't going to be as big of not going to have as big of an impact as last game, but that's not really saying much. Last game, he completely steamrolled the entire game. Green Text going to play the dance with Black and try to go for the tower denial. That Fade Bolt really going to work against Black, and he's going to fall back. Is he going to go for it? Rubik needs like 2 more hits, and Black going to move straight in. Telekinesis, and Rubik gets the tower deny. Summon Skull going to come in. Sonic Wave onto Black. He's going to die. No, Hand of God as well as Comical Rage. He might actually survive from this one. He's going to channel a stun. You throw it and get both of them in the stun. Where's the Delta split, guys? Black is going to live from that one. Teleportation support coming in from Summon Skull, and it's not going to be enough to kill off that Alchemist. Even though he burned the ultimate, even though he has level 4 on that Scream of paiN, Alchemist is tanky. That is also due to the fact that Nino did pop the Hand of God level 6 on him already. The tower does go down. paiN do get the denial, however, which is something that they really, really need. If you let the Alchemist get the tower, as well as all this free farm and all these assists, then you're in trouble. But the tower deny will slow him down, will slow down all the supports from Mousesports as well, who haven't really been getting all that much, Nino, I guess, especially. But, you know, the Shadow Demon, he has 3 kills. He's not really going to be slowed down all that much at all. Now Nino, almost at the level 7 mark, still leaving the lane without that level 7. Now does have the potential for 3 creeps, so I expect him to pick up probably this Troll Summoner. Troll Warlord is something completely different. But 3 kills in favor of Mousesports as this game does draw on. Black holding onto a lot of gold, actually. He could buy his armlet right now if he wants to. I guess... Well, it's Veil of Discord, Armlet, or Helm of the Dominator, and I don't think Dominator will be that great. You could dominate and then stack up these Ancients, but is that really worth the investment? His lifesteal on Alchemist isn't really that great this early on. It's actually pretty bad this early on. It's a huge money sink that you don't really get any benefit from. Later on, it's fantastic. But right now, I don't know. He could complete his Armlet, which he has, possibly. No, it's a Straddle Blade. Black, very interesting item choices. I mean, it does give armor, it does give that extra regen, kind of mirroring the Tranquil Boots pick on the Anti-Mage. The thing is, when you get... Damn it.
Back to hell, you succubus.
When you get into Tranquil Boots on the Anti-Mage, that means you're delaying something that lets him farm. You're delaying the Battle Fury. When you get something that helps you regenerate and stay in this lane as an Alchemist, you don't really lose that farm potential, because you already have the Grievous Greed. That's your skill. But regardless, it is going to be a straight Shadow Blade. It's going to be a surprise for paiN Gaming, definitely. At least until he goes back into the lane. But a push onto this tier 3, Fade Bolt or not, this tower should drop to the Skeleton Army as well as everything else that Chen has. Let's see if paiN is baller enough to get the second die. Not with these Troll Warlords on this in the front lines. It's just not possible. Alex, once again, getting more gold. Look at this Shadow Demon. What are you doing here, Black? Gonna try to go for Pata. Has landed the stun. Surge will not save him from this. Is there any crowd control? Someone's going to come right in and annihilate Alex with his ultimate. Shadow Strike onto Black. He does have his Shadow Blade, though, so he should be just fine. No True Sight on this Queen of paiN. Black can even turn around and go toe-to-toe. Nino gonna run straight into Billy. He's got to get that those creeps in the front lines, but he's going to be sandwiched. Green Text as well as Billy gonna go straight in, but Billy taking a lot of damage. He's gonna drop before Nino does. There's the Hand of God as Saito does come in, try to go for a kill onto Nino, but Nino is going to be protected by Feta. He's gonna survive this. Very well played by Nino, and really Billy sitting there taking a couple too many shots from those creeps for free. Really was hesitant to engage as Green Text was coming around, and wow, Chemical Rage on Grubik. I want to see this. Does he actually change? No, he gets a little bit of purple. That's kind of boring, actually. I don't like that. Rubik not really having a huge impact this game. He's level 6, so he does have that spell steal, but Alchemist could go for a solo kill on him. He went for a solo kill versus the Darks here, so I think Rubik will be a very easy target, even though he does have a telekinesis to kind of hold the Alchemist off. Quetzalcoatl on this top lane. Phase Boots up on him, so not much farm on this lone druid, kind of to be expected from a solo hard lane hero. Saito continuing to farm, does have his Battle Fury very shortly. Even though he has all this free farm, he's still quite a ways away from his Battle Fury. I mean, I would expect it up pretty much right now on him, on a different carry hero. But Saito really falling behind a little bit. It could have been a 12-minute Battle Fury or something. He was not contested at all in this lane. Bear is poking occasionally, really not that much. Now Fada looking for a skewer into RP. Do they have enough damage to do this? With Alex there with maxed out Shadow Poison, they should. Especially with Nino smoked up and looking for a wraparound gank. Not looking good for Billy. I mean, Anti-Mage has Blink, so he could defend this. Here comes Rubik, so another head for the chopping block. They are completely surrounded. Shadow Poison scouting them out now. Are they going to go for this? Veda does not have his Blink Dagger, canceling that skewer off a lot. Oh, there's the net onto Green Text. Secondary net as well. Shockwave going to fly through, as well as Centaur stun. Green Text taking a lot of damage. Alex going to get impaled, though, slowing him down. Green Text going to survive. Not much damage coming out of these creeps, just a lot of control. Teleportation coming in. It is going to be the Darks here. He's going to surge up Billy, looking for an impale onto Nino. But that's a good Delta split. Oh, until they all converge, get a 3-man stun. There's the RP. No, actually, RP can't. Only onto Billy, actually. He will be wiped out, but RP stolen. Sonic Wave over the top, and all of Mousesports is going to take a huge amount of damage, especially with the Anti-Mage ultimate on top of that. 2 down from Mousesports already, but it's going to be, in the end, paiN who are going to be dropping. Veda tanky enough to survive that, and Black going to come in with that Shadow Blade. Now Pata on the run, looking for another stun. It will fly, and it will hit Veda with another Shockwave. Will kill him off, although Black not going to get that kill. No kills for you, Black. Actually got 2 kills out of that. paiN Gaming, even though they had a beautiful retaliation, I don't know how Mousesports survived that. Mech was up on Chen, so I guess that was working for him. Hand of God not even used, however. Black going to find a stun onto someone's skull. Is he going to go for this one? He wants blood. Look at this. Could he kill him in 3 hits? 1, 2, 3. Needs 4th, and he will get it. Green Text is going to stun Black, but Billy's going to come in as well. Black's so tanky. Hand of God now being used. Armlet toggling, will it save him? Armlet toggling once. Armlet toggling twice. Will save him. Here comes Saito. Do they have enough damage to kill off the Alchemist? He's just simply on the run. Going to get stunned by his own spell, and he's going to die. But instantly buying back into the game. Here comes the rest of Mousesports heroes. They're going to catch Pata. Shockwave onto him as well as the Curse. A lot of damage onto that Dark Seer. He's going to not pop from it. Another disruption onto Saito will mean mana burning will happen. Alex very low on HP. Shockwave's continuing to fly up. Now Magnus does have a blink to skewer. He's going to go for it onto the Nyx and trample him underfoot. Stun's going to fly from Green Text, but really it's not going to phase Magnus in the least. Here comes Saito, however. This Magnus is in a little bit of trouble. Queen of paiN as well with the burst damage. And instantly buyback as well. Mousesports, they just want to keep fighting. And will they give me a moment of rest? It looks like not, as Summon Skull getting get warded away by the bear. I really have no idea how Mousesports survived this engagement. I mean, they had the RP wasted onto one. I mean, they did kill off the assassin, so I guess it's not completely wasted. But they cast an RP on one, had it stolen, had a Sonic Wave over the top, as well as an Anti-Mage ultimate, which I don't know how much damage it did, but they were all clumped up, so it should have done a lot. But they all walked out of there, and not only did they walk out of there, they chased paiN all the way back to their Tier 2 tower. So incredible survivability from Mousesports, I guess is the only way to put it. Now the Tier 2 has been claimed solo by Black. Armlet has been completed, as well as that Shadow Blade. So this Alchemist is incredibly frightening. 625 gold per minute. Second place is in Magnus's favor, actually, over that Queen of paiN. Kind of surprising there. All the kills and all assists are really working for him. They're going to look for the Tier 2 top lane. The bear does have that Demolish. Not much damage on it, especially compared to last game. But if the Nino does leave that jungle and head towards the mid lane or even the top lane, they'll be able to push down those Tier 2 towers, and paiN finding themselves in a very similar situation. They have an Anti-Mage with a little bit of farm, Battle Fury. Again, 17-18 minutes in, slow Battle Fury from Saito. Saidao? I don't know. But slow Battle Furies nonetheless, and Mousesports, they have an incredibly stacked Alchemist. Their Lone Druid isn't that stacked, but still, this Alchemist is pretty much enough threat equal to the Faceless Void as well as Lone Druid of last game. He's just going to farm everything up. We're going to try to hold on to this Tier 2 tower. Fade Bolt's going to help a little bit. But is it going to help enough? I don't think so, because the bear does have a resummon. And here comes the Nino with his creep army. Summon Skull is going to spot that out, but if he does try to engage upon this, he's going to have a very angry Alchemist just beating him down. Here we go. Alchemist is going to shake his potion. Who's he going to be? It's going to be green text. It's going to be both of them, because why the hell not? RP as well as Shockwave catching both supports. They're going to die in instant. Pata trying to teleport away from the Skewer is going to cancel that, even moving the Disruption Orb around a little bit. Pata is going to vacuum wall, but he's already dead. Illusions are going to cause a couple problems for Mousesports because they keep on walking into it. What are you doing? They're just messing around at this point. You got to kill those illusions, man. Look at them. They're just, I don't know. Questionable decisions from Mousesports, but they survive. They survive the wall of Replica, and they're going to be fine to push the high ground. Once again, Demolish on the bear, creep army from Chen. They don't have Alchemist this time. Alchemist going to go for a solo kill versus Summon Skull, chuck the potion. Oh, it's going to go all the way back to the base, however. Tier 3 has taken a little bit of damage. Billy looking for Vendetta hit onto Nino. He will find it. 2-man in the Impale as well as enough damage. Saddle can come in for the ultimate onto Chen. Now Alex in a little bit of trouble. He's going to disrupt the Anti-Mage. He's going to get a couple mana burners, but Alex is going to drop to 1 Screamer paiN. Possibly a little bit over-aggressive from Mao. He's going to give 2 free kills to paiN. Only the support heroes, so it could be a lot worse. But they defend their Tier 3s, and it's really very well played by Billy with that 2-man Impale, setting up for the rest of paiN to just snowball in and then crush the rest of the support heroes' health. But still, Black is incredibly farmed. His farm is even increasing. Like, it's not stopping. You cannot stop this farm. He just spent 2,700 gold on something. It's going to be a straight-up Mjolnir, because why the hell not? Yeah, I think Mousesports, they're just messing around at that point, sitting in that wall of Replica, using Skewer for no reason. Versuta knows it as well. Or maybe it was that was a right misclick. Maybe he wanted to empower him. These guys really got to stop talking. I really hate it when people just talk in those games. Like if you're talking to like the other observers or whatever, that's fine. If you're talking to the players, unless you're asking for like what pause reasons or doing some sort of administrative like, you know, referee kind of stuff, you have no business saying anything in a game ever. Unless it's paused, in which case you can say whatever the hell you want. Black almost has to have a straight up Mjolnir, and they're going to go for the last Tier 2 tower. paiN, they haven't been able to defend any of their previous Tier 2s. Anti-Mage is getting a little bit of farm, but this is the same exact status that we saw in the Anti-Mage last game. Yasha Battle Fury 20 minutes in, and against Black with the Empower now maxed out on the Magnus, is the match style even going to help you? It's going to confuse Mousesports for a little bit, yes, but the Chain Lightning as well as the Cleave, and now Green Text in a little bit of trouble, is just zoned out by that Acid Spray. It will be stolen. I don't know if you could tell the difference between the two Acid Sprays except for the damage, but in the Creep Army as well as the Bear as well as a mean Alchemist will will tear down that tower, and now Roshan will probably be the attempt from Mousesports. As it will. I want to see some power damage on Alchemist. Alchemist is usually not really a heavy hitter as far as his flat damage goes. Mostly about that attack speed. That's why you see Maelstroms on Alchemists. Regardless, this Roshan with that acid spray is dying so damn quickly. And here comes paiN. This could be a good fight from them. They do have the Vac wall as well as Sonic Wave. This could be huge for them. Where's the Vac? Up into the high ground. He's going to catch everyone. Wall up as well. Sonic Wave going to fly through, but the mech as well as Hand of God, although Summon Skull instantly getting a double kill. Quotch going to die immediately as well, but huge RP from Magnus stolen by Green Text. Not enough mana for it, however. Black as well as Vader are all going to die. They did take the Roshan, but they're going to pay for it with the complete team wipe. Black is going to come back, and he does have a Shadow Blade in a couple. He's going to go for Billy, almost getting him as well, but Black is going to die as well. Losing 5 heroes as well as the Aegis. paiN Gaming taking a very, very good fight there. Even though the RP came out from Alchemist, really, it was the Queen of paiN as well as the Darkseer combination that did it for them. And that's the risk you take when you go into the Roshan pit against the Darkseer as well as the Queen of paiN as well as the Nyx Assassin. That will happen to you, and there's really nothing that you could do about it except for not be there. It will put paiN on the board just a little bit, but you can see the gold not really taking any sort of change. Experience will dip a little bit towards paiN, but they have yet to take, they've only taken 1 tower in this bottom lane. And that's it. They really need more than that, because now Alchemist does have his Mjolnir, probably will head towards a Heart next. Heart or AC, those would both be good survivability options for him. Probably Heart, more magic damage than physical. You don't really want to be going for a Hood or Pipe on the Alchemist. You want more aggressive things. The Alchemist, 89 plus 107, combined with Chain Lightning, Shadow Blade, as well as Armlet on. Oh, he's going to be hitting hard, and Saito, he's doing some decent damage there with the Battle Fury. Really helps when the entire team is clumped up in one nice cluster for that Battle Fury, as well as the Anti-Mage Ultimate. Really helped them in that last fight. Mousesports, when they go into that Roshan pit and their positioning is forced, definitely don't have a good fight versus... What? What? How do you do this? That's awesome! Oh my god, this is amazing. He's stuck in the skewer animation. I don't even care what happens. Veda, you just won the game. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh... Why'd you have to go in, Cat? Oh, he just went back in. What? What? That is amazing. That is all. Okay, so there's going to be a team fight on this top lane. We once again have Billy looking for initiation. There's the back into a wall. This time they're just going to walk straight on out of it, though. And Billy is revealed. Demonic Purge to open up, as well as a huge RP is going to be stolen. Sonic Wave already over the top, and the Hand of God does fly out, skewering back everyone into the clutches of the Alchemist. Black taking a lot of damage. Will actually die from this one. Gone for the Mask of Madness. Poor K. Quochka gonna get a kill onto the Darkseer, gonna get impaled for his troubles. However, Saito still doing the right click damage, and Billy is going to bring him down. And Nino is gonna try to go toe to toe with Saito. Will bring him down just barely, but will trade his life for it. It's a triple kill for the Anti-Mage, double kill for Summon Skull. It will kill off the Creep Wave as well. And Mousesports perhaps getting a little bit too overconfident. Alchemist needs something like a BKB. This Mask of Madness is not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. You know, they had a pretty good RP from the Magnus. There was simply not enough damage coming out from them. Everyone from paiN, with the exception of Darkseer as well as Anti-Mage, 2 of the more tanky heroes from paiN, will survive that fight. Actually, Nyx is really damn tanky with those bracers. But yeah, I gotta say that Mousesports perhaps messing around a little bit too much, standing in that wall of replica, taking these very aggressive fights, which they don't really need to be taking. And Alchemist going for a very, very questionable item in that Mask of Madness. Alchemist, yeah, he's tanky. He has a lot of regen. When you pop the ultimate, you get another 900 health. But you don't really have that much armor. You already attack pretty damn quickly, so do you really need a Mask of Madness? Summon Skull, you gotta blink like right now, man. Potion gonna fly in. He's gonna get hit by it. Where's the blink, Summon Skull? You had all the time in the world. 4 hits. Look at that attack speed. 4 times a second. That is absurd. I love watching Alchemist. It's so much fun. Well, Summon Skull definitely got it. And if Alchemist could actually attack, then wow. That Creep Wave didn't stand a chance. No, but if Alchemist could actually attack, then he could shred down all of paiN, because look at this damage. That's absurd. He's like doubling his gold output as well. But Mask of Madness doesn't really help you do that. He needs a BKB. Just sell this, get a BKB, really, Alchemist. That's, you get that, you A, walk into the enemy base, and you win. paiN taking some pretty good team fights now. Rubik has been stealing spells pretty effectively. RPs like once, twice, possibly even 3 times. Anti-Mage even getting pretty big. He's going to head towards a heart of his own, and Saito's going to be a larger and larger threat. Really, Mousesports, even though Alchemist is getting a lot of farm, he's almost capped out. I guess you could sell the Mask of Madness, get an AC or something like that, or AC Satanic, which will give you a lot more survivability as well as just as much attack speed, or pretty much as much attack speed. But Alchemist on this bottom lane is not going to be up in this top lane for the push. Sentry wards are down for Mousesports, so they will know if Billy is looking for initiation. They're going to give more and more farm to Black, who's almost topped out, and Anti-Mage, he still has a long way to go. You won't really have that Empower buff to work with as much as the Alchemist would. paiN, they're actually getting back into this game a little bit. Mousesports with some really questionable fights. Gold earned still in favor of them just because of Black's Alchemist. EXP even hitting 0 for that small portion of time, dipping in favor of paiN. Mousesports seem to be a little bit undecided. This bear, 2 gloves of haste. I love doing this. I used to love doing this back in the day. Just mask gloves of haste on the spirit bear, get 1 basher. Good times. Good times. You won't have as much attack speed as Black with 0.25 seconds per attack. But now Black might be in a little bit of trouble. Rubik has picked up a Blink Dagger and he does have a telekinesis. But Black, he's going to be just fine. Shadow Blading out of there. Roshan is up in another 4 minutes. That would probably be the next objective for Mouse. I would say that if not for the fact that... What the hell? I can't stop watching this. If not for the fact that paiN completely wiped them last time they tried to go for Roshan, might be a little bit of a deterrent, or they might be confident enough to just go for it anyway and to have confidence in their fight, be better next time. They are having some pretty big items come up, and Black will end up stunning himself. But he's going to chop through this creep wave in no time flat. Mousesports just moving around, maintaining map control. They eventually do have to fight paiN. I mean, Alchemist looking for picks is great and everything, but... Oh, Green Tech's going to... What? Steel Chemical Rage. Let's see how fast this Rubik can attack. 1.27 seconds. Mousesports is going to play a little bit farther back a little bit. They're going to wait for the Roshan. So I guess they're not really too concerned about the fact that they got wiped in the Roshan pit last time. However, paiN, they will be able to bring just as strong, if not stronger, team fight this time around. Actually, level 2 wall, yeah, it's just going to be as strong. Black continuing to get bigger and bigger. Where is Saito's farm? Picked up the Vit booster. That's pretty much it, aside from the Manta Style as well as Battle Fury. Still on his way to his heart. Quachva has a lightning hammer, so there's going to be lightning flying all the way around the map from Mouse. BKB is almost up on Magnus as well. Force Staff on the Shadow Demon. Mech Vlad's on that Chen, going to help out the Alchemist incredibly well because of that life steal as well as damage aura. But Billy, as well as the rest of paiN following up, they're looking for blood. No other big items that I haven't mentioned yet. Queen of paiN with what? Indecisiveness in her inventory. But Mousesports gonna get jumped. Black gotta be quick with this BKB if he wants to survive this. No, he's gonna pop the Shadow Blade as well as the Chemical Rage. BKB is gonna turn around and go for Pata. Where's the Empower buff on him? He's gonna chop the Darkseer down. The wall is up, but now Saito gonna get hit by that RP. He's gonna get chopped down by the Alchemist as well. No time to blink out. Green Tex is next on the chopping block. Look at that HP drop. And Black is absurd. You are a maniac. He's looking for a stun to throw, not gonna find it. But with 3 down and, well, Rubik clearly not having buyback because of a disconnect without a pause, paiN Gaming, their racks are now in danger. As I say that, there is a pause, but we are not going to wait for this. We are just going to speed right on through. There's the BKB from Alchemist, and if he didn't have that, he would have died. He would have died without that BKB. But he just shredded down the tankiest hero from paiN in like 4 hits. Anti-Mage follow up, not even enough time to blink from a reverse polarity stun. Reverse polarity is a pretty long stun, don't get me wrong, but yeah, you usually do have enough time to blink out of there. Anti-Mage needs more health if he wants to stand up to Black, but even then, with that Empower buff on him, with the Vlad's aura, with the Swiftness aura from the Centaur as well, their axes are going to die. Nothing that they can do about this. They could try to salvage it and try to save the second set of Axes, but Mousesports, they're tanky enough to just go straight towards the top lane and just continue doing this. Black, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, tower. Goodbye, Axes. Back into a wall? No, just back into a Sonic Wave. Doing decent damage to the Shadow Demon, but a Hand of God prevents pretty much all of that. Hex onto Black. Brought up by Summon Skull. Yes, it was. Black not going to really care about that. He's going to go straight for that Queen of paiN. Everyone gets stunned from something. I think that was the Spike Carapace. I don't know. Maybe a huge impale onto everyone, but either way, everyone was stunned. But they lose the bear. They do have a resummon, and they're just going to fall back. And if paiN keep chasing this, there's another Vac going to push Alex back, but he's going to force some stuff right on out. Summon Skull going to blink straight forward. Another stun onto Alex. Where is the Alchemist? He just pieced out. He's having no part of this. He's like, yeah, good luck, guys. Summon Skull would have died if Alchemist was here to do some damage, but he's going to blink away. 2 racks is up, however, and oh, here comes the Alchemist. He's pissed. He has a BKB up for some reason, and uh-oh, Billy, uh-oh. BKB doesn't care about Spike Carapace. Look at this attack speed. This is absurd. I love it. I love it. But mid lane Rax is taken, top lane Rax is taken, and let's see how fast it takes them to take down the last set of Raxes. Fade Bolt gonna fly, and oh no, Black doesn't have Chemical Rage, gonna get hexed up as well. Vacuum back, there's the RP onto Green Tech as well as Summon Skull, gonna bring them right back into this fight. Shockwave gonna hit everyone onto paiN's side. No one's actually gonna die quite yet. Alchemist has retreated in time. Saito gonna stand and do the damage, but the right clicks from Quachva now doing some pretty heavy damage, as well as the right clicks from Veda. He's on the run, doesn't have Blink Dagger, does have 10 stick charges. He's gonna try to teleport out of there, and Black is gonna shred down the Queen of paiN. Got a little bit close to the Angry Bear. Now Shadowblade will stun himself. paiN do end up defending their tower as well as their tier 3, as well as their Raxes. But now top lane's in full breach, mid lane's in full breach, and Alchemist is sitting around here with enough regeneration to fuel the entire team. He's going to push down this bot lane. Roshan is up, but what are you going to drop? You can't drop any of these things for Alchemist. You could drop Treads, I guess. You don't really need that. You're not going to go back to your base anytime soon. 854 gold per minute. Insane. Look at that. Leaving everyone in the dust. What did he just drop? Drop the Shadow Blade. Gonna get a butterfly. Okay. Okay. So that would give you more attack speed. By like 30 more attack speed. Pop everything. I wanna see how fast. Here we go. 0.23. Look at this guy go. Quachva's gonna get the Aegis this time. Black doesn't care about what? Okay, Alex is gonna, I guess he wants it. Fair enough. But Black could pretty much turn on BKB and A move into the enemy base and win. This Alchemist is too scary. Too scary. I guess Armlet. Sell Armlet, sell Mask of Madness, get a Satanic as well as an AC. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Go for the last tier 3 tower. You can bring out the courier. You gotta bring out everything that you have, man. That is a pretty darn cool. Oh, wait, there's 2 of them. Ah, that's why it's cool. There's at least 2 couriers in that stack. We're just waiting for Black to go on the front lines. This game, for all intents and purposes, is over. Unless Anti-Mage pulls out a miracle. Which don't really see that happening because of how stacked Black is. He does have a butterfly for that invasion, so now even the Anti-Mage won't be able to do much against him. Veda, still having fun in the trees there. Some Scooby-Doo shit going on right now. But Mjolnir buff on the bear from the Alchemist, and this tower is going to drop. And Shadow Strike will land. Oh, no, will not land on the bear. There's the RP onto everyone from paiN except for Saito as well as Green Tex. RP stolen by Green Tex, but here comes the Alchemist. Clear out everyone. This Alchemist is pissed and he wants to have everyone dead. Looks like the Rubik did pop. Saito trying to get a kill onto Quachva. Just needed an entangle. Just needed an entangle. Small stun, gonna land and 1 hit. Magnus gonna kill off the Anti-Mage. Queen of paiN the only one to survive, and Green Tex is gonna call it GG. 29-19, and Mousesports in just as much a dominating fashion as last game. Take it 2-0 over paiN Gaming. So thanks for watching, guys. Mousesports vs paiN is going to come to a close from the Premier League Season 4. Gonna move on to the next set because I am ever so far behind. However, not as far behind as I really thought. Look at these guys celebrating. Thanks for watching, guys. GG.